There is no other disease that's more prevalent in our society right now than obesity.
Okay, stop. Let's imagine one world. Our world. We, humans, were once a lean, strong, and adaptive people. But quickly, this all changed. What we eat and how it affects our body is not as important to us as it was to our primal ancestors. Today, we search for instant gratification, something that will quench our thirst or satiate our hunger. We do not take into consideration what toll our food has on our body now or in the future. This is something that can be fixed by using two simple words. That's enough.
Miami, Florida, home to luxurious beaches, exotic food, and young and fit people. Two of these three assumptions are true, while the third one, while at face value may seem true, is far from it. Miami is the 13th fattest city in the country, as well as home to the third most inactive group of individuals in the country. Miami is not what it appears to be. Our population does not nearly know how much we eat and what it does to our body as we thought we did.
We're here at Ransom Everglades School, home of one of the top private schools in the country, where kids from all backgrounds come together for one reason, to learn. We decided to interview many students to see if they knew as much knowledge as they think they do on health and fast food.
Are you conscious of the health benefits of the brands you choose when shopping for groceries?
Some of them, probably not that many.
When I do shop for groceries, no.
That I don't really think too much into it.
Okay.
Like, assume what they're telling me is like good stuff. So you know what I mean?
Obviously, people lack the education about what is good for them. Let's see what happens when we show them the truth about the things that they eat or drink.
Your daily sugar intake should be somewhere around 25 grams of sugar. In your average Coca-Cola, there's about 90 grams of sugar. That's not 1, not 2, not 3, but almost 4 times the necessary sugar intake per day. And that's just in one Coke. And 90 grams of sugar is a lot more than you think it would be. It's about half a cup, if not more, of sugar in just one can of Coca-Cola.
How much sugar do you think is in a Coke?
18 grams.
60 grams?
36 grams.
20?
90?
Yeah.
Grams of sugar?
Wow, that's
That is
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
90?
Yeah.
90 grams.
You ever seen those pictures?
We reached out to Dr. Laura Ortiz, a pediatrician here in northern Miami, to see her take on obesity in Miami with regards to children. She also has told us that 1 in 3 children is obese and 50% of African American and Latino kids are obese. Dr. Ortiz told us that when she first started practicing, she would see kids start puberty at age 13 and up. Today, she's seeing kids and children start puberty at ages 7 and 8. She refers them to an endocrinologist, and one of the first things they tell them is to eat a hormone-free diet. In today's modern day, everything we eat is altered by hormones, and this is affecting us from an early age.
Here we have 2 sets of eggs. 1 dozen of these eggs is pasture-raised, while the other is normal brand of eggs. This brand here costs $6.60. The brand on the right costs $3.20. Now, at first I know what you're thinking. What? No way I could spend double on eggs. Eggs are eggs, right? Well, unfortunately, that is wrong. Take a look at these eggs. You see the egg on your left, the yolk is orange, vibrant, healthy looking. The egg on the right's yolk is pale, unappetizing, and unappealing. This is due to how the chickens are raised. Marketing makes you believe that cage-free is good, but in reality it is a terrible situation. On your right, you see the cage-free eggs. Cage-free, though, does not mean on the grass. It means in warehouses with horrible conditions that are legally you are not allowed to be filmed in. On your left, you see the pasture-raised egg. Pasture-raised means that chickens have lived a happy, healthy life, eating grass and other things which they are naturally supposed to eat. This GMO culture that we have entered into as a society has not only affected the mass amount of obesity, but also our digestive tract. To support our claims on this Miami obesity epidemic, we sat down with Dr. Andrew Sable, gastroenterologist here in Miami. We plan on asking him a few questions about what his profession is.
So gastroenterology is basically the discipline of medicine that deals with digestive disorders.
how he sees an effect of unhealthy eating in his line of practice.
Okay, so definitely, I think not just in recent years, but it's been going on for a long time. I think if you guys have touched on, it's become much more of an epidemic problem. But for sure, the biggest thing we've seen is probably when you talk about poor eating habits, obesity is probably the biggest problem we're facing, both in adults and children. We see, even although I don't see children, I do see children who have been taken care of by pediatricians who have developed at a young age problems with their liver, such as fatty liver, which could be from overeating and obesity. People that are overweight often can suffer from diseases such as heartburn, gallbladder disease, things that are directly linked to being overweight. And then there's secondary things after time. If you're overweight, developing diabetes, which then affects all organ systems. So we see a lot of those things.
A stigma that healthy food has is that it's much more expensive than its non-healthy counterpart. This, although it's correct at its face value, is ultimately wrong.
Today in the United States, we spend nearly 20% of our medical expenses on obesity and health-related issues caused by it. That's around $190 billion. By 2050, we're going to be spending upwards of $340 billion. If you break that down per person in the United States, that's roughly about $1,006 per person spent in their life on obesity costs.
20% of kids 2 to 19 are obese, and 35% of adults. There's no other disease you're going to find that's more prevalent in our society right now than obesity. Something's got to change.
And Dr. Sable's right. Something does have to change. Whether it's today, tomorrow, or 5 years in the future, we have a major catastrophe on our hands that we have to address. And it's up to the future generation to pave the way for the generations to come.